If you had ever met 12-year-old Jessie Rees, you might have thought she was just another typical middle schooler. A kid with plenty of friends, who loved to swim and enjoyed spending time at the beach near her home in Southern California. But what no one knew about Jessie was how she would soon affect the lives of thousands of children. 2011 started off like any other year, but everything was about to change.
The tapestry of the Rees family changed forever on March 3rd, 2011. That was the day that Stace and I were told that Jessie has a brain tumor. Sometimes doctors can be a little dry in their delivery, and it was just so, Jessie has cancer and you have 12 to 18 months, I'm sorry.
Faced with this devastating news, their lives were quickly overtaken by doctor's visits, tests, and treatments.
Because her cancer was not something that could be treated in terms of cured, they put us on a clinical trial. And that clinical trial consisted of 30 rounds of radiation, followed by a daily dose of chemotherapy. And so we would get her in the car and drive up to Children's Hospital of Orange County. She would go into radiation, and radiation was hard, but she never once complained. She didn't.
With all that Jessie was going through, you could understand if she felt like giving up, or if she wanted the focus to be on her own needs and worries. But instead, in one instant, Jessie revealed what she was really made of.
About 2 weeks into the treatment plan, we were getting in the car and driving out of the parking garage there, and Jessie was sitting in the back seat, and my wife Stacy was next to me. Jessie said, "Mom and Dad, when do all the other kids come home?" And so I remember pointing at the third floor of Children's Hospital of Orange County. I said, "Honey, there's lots and lots of kids that actually have a different treatment plan, and they spend days and days and months, and unfortunately some spend years in their treatment there." The next words that she said have literally changed her life, because she's like, "Then how can we help them?" And it was like, "What did you just say?" And I remember looking at my wife, because she's fanning her eyes, trying not to cry, because our whole family has been torn apart. We're in chaos. And Jessie's saying, "Let's help the other kids."
When they got home, Jessie's parents went inside the den where they could privately talk about the next moves in Jessie's treatment plan. As for Jessie, well, she had a much different plan in mind.
We came out, and she had gotten some the little brown paper bags, and I was like, "You're serious about this?" She says, "Yeah, I really want to help the kids that can't leave the hospital." She's got like 4 or 5 of them that she's already completed, and I was like, "Well, let's talk to the hospital and make sure that we know what's okay, and then whatever they say, let's do it."
It's fun to know that you can like brighten someone's day and make it better.
Jessie and her dad delivered the first batch of toys to the Children's Hospital, but first were asked to replace the bags with plastic jars. And after seeing the look on children's faces, Jessie knew she had to do more. More toys, more jars, more joy for children. She also needed to give her jar a name.
That weekend, we sat around as a family, and Jessie's middle name was Joy. And so we took Joy and Jars, and it just created JoyJars.
And so began Jessie's JoyJars. Word quickly spread to other hospitals. Soon, the requests for JoyJars began pouring in, and Jessie was determined to fulfill every one. She started ordering toys online and stuffing the jars with her family and friends in the garage. But with the demand for JoyJars still escalating, this too would not be enough.
We decided to create a foundation, and I remember asking Jessie, I said, "Jess, do you want your foundation to be about cure or to be about care?" And she said, "Care, Daddy."
And care she most certainly has. Through her Jessie Rees Foundation, Jessie's JoyJars are being stuffed to the very top then shipped to kids all across the country. And her message to never ever give up, or NEGU, is being spread too, encouraging families dealing with cancer and other threatening illnesses. Jessie continued to inspire kids and stuff as many jars as she could, right up until she lost her fight with cancer on January 5th, 2012.
Jessie personally was able to make and send over 3,000 jars during her fight.
Today, we have sent out over 123,000 JoyJars to courageous kids in all 50 states and 30 countries. We have great partnerships with over 260 children's hospitals and 175 Ronald McDonald houses.
And I know Jess would be just smiling so big knowing that we're doing something right. It's working. Kids are getting help. We hope someday the cure people find cures and put us out of business. That'd be a great day. But until that time, we will help all of the kids. 46 new children a day are told they have cancer. And so there's lots and lots of children out there that are in chaotic worlds, that are lonely, spend lots and lots of time by themselves in hospital rooms. She said, "Daddy, I want everybody to get a joy jar. I want everybody to be told to never ever give up." And so that's what we do.
With everyone's help, Jessie's Joy Jars could someday reach every child in the world with cancer, and that would be good. But perhaps Jessie's greatest gift can be found in the courage she showed that day in the car when she asked that simple question, how can we help them?